Good morning, good morning. Uh, welcome, welcome all in one to the channel. So I'm here at work, and I'm actually kind of glad that I started to have on my new jacket I just got a couple of days ago, simply because I did see yesterday it was like 7 degrees, like 70 degrees, right? Uh, right now it feels like 40. Which is fun. A lot of fun. Today, we are going to get some new photographs. I have a location in mind. It's not the Biltmore house, no. I have something better in mind. Yeah, welcome to Biltmore State.
It was always on fire, our house, our dreams. We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed. We found holes in these walls, we like what we saw. Seems so strong until it falls, the final straw. Oh, I never felt like this before. When I was trapped, you showed an open door.
So I've been here for a couple of weeks, basically, and my job is to take photographs of folks, take portraits of them, and then sell them prints and booklets and whatnot. It's a very sort of easy type of job, but I take it seriously because it's something that I feel like I should master for the future. Because I do have a plan to do photography full time. So the fountain isn't on. That thing sucks, by the way. It's terrible. Very bad performance issues. Anyway, so we're gonna go over there and see you in a minute. And yeah, did rain last night, so that means spring is on the way. Thought to me where they be here. All right, let's go. So, as you can see, the conditions for today is quite wet and kind of dreary because of the clouds uh, covering up the sun. It's basically after blue hour, but blue hour is still happening. It did rain last night, quite a bit, and I'm glad that it stopped so I could work. But everything else behind me is blooming, as you can see. And I'm not actually capturing these today. I do that at a later date, um, along with the conservatory over there. I kind of do like these conditions. I kind of do prefer these conditions. But I do understand why people don't want to shoot in rain. As just in part of being a photographer, you're given a situation and you have to make the best of that situation. So, well, I suppose this one's gonna be a long one. I have time. I have time. Might want to grab a snack, something to drink, some coffee maybe. And we're gonna be here for a while. Here we are, gents. The gates to the gardens, the Azula Gardens, actually, which is where we're going. Just down there, on the way, and there's someone coming towards me. Right. Let's go. And here we are, right? Of time to spare. About, let's see, an hour and 30 minutes? An hour and 34 minutes? Which is plenty to get a photograph. Uh, so technically what we have here is a whole bunch of color, basically. And we have orange trees, we have some red trees over there, we have green trees. Really nice, contrasty type of color. But what I see is also too very busy. And then we have the road that comes along the way over there. So a bit distracting, but this looks like a rather nice circle in a way to photograph. But I'm not entirely too sure about that. One thing to keep in mind, even for landscape photography, is to always have like a sense of direction, a sense of story, and try to make sense of the chaos. So there's a lot of trees out here. There's a lot of roads, and not that much many people, which is good. But I still have a task, which is to make sense of the chaos. In which could be a bit challenging, somewhat, and then also keeping a consistent story, But over there is just like more purple trees. We have some red shrubberies down here as well, and then you have plenty more purple trees over there. And we may have to do something, try to connect them if you can. Um, that's kind of my thinking process when I do landscape photography. Try to make sense of the environment. Try to tell a consistent story. But I have some thinking to do. Very curious. But for now, I think I should just enjoy my walk, This is one of the few times I've ever worked with them. Actually, the first time ever, which I am completely open space. It's open season, pretty much, except for inside the house, apparently. So, yeah, I can experiment as much as I would like, and let's see what we can come up with. So here's a little three-laned type of situation. I went down here before, and I did see some interesting subjects down there. So I'm gonna go this way. It's still the Azula Gardens, but there's just three main paths here. They all lead to the same place, as I am led to believe. So, yeah, let's see about what's down here. There's also a bit of a river, a riverbank that goes. It starts here, and then it's a small river, but it goes all the way up to Bass Pond, and it builds up into that huge pond over there. Yeah, you can see down here. There's a bit of water that goes along the side of here over this bridge, or rather underneath this bridge. So what I'm going to do is try not to force it until the ideas start flowing. I'm just gonna take experimental type abstract photographs. This review, kind of screams it to me in a way. I do think that there is a type of interesting composition I could have for a print, but it is small. So I may have to. I'm not sure about that, what I can do with that, but I do have some equipment in my bag. I have the Nikon D34-100, and I have a selection of other lenses and whatnot. So I'm gonna see what I can get from this for the moment. Yeah, very, very interesting. So like I said, I have a fairly basic type of experimental, very experimental type of shot here. Is basically of these leaves right here, these flowers, and then you have the yellow, uh, very much yellow. It's blooming up from the center of the flower buds. Very, very pretty actually when you get right down to it. But yeah, I'm gonna take this one and maybe something to review, maybe something not. But let's see. So like I said, something very experimental, something very very much experimental and abstract and whatnot. But I am curious, rather if I can pull something together. It may not be like the best shot, but I was thinking I can have three different types of lanes in the photo. You have the river in the middle, then you have these rocks over there, and then you have the grass and the wet plants over on this side as well. Um, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if it works. If it doesn't, eh. But it is a raw file, so maybe I can salvage something. And I'll shoot wide for this one. I'll have to shoot wide so that my options, cropping in and out certain places, may or may not work. Again, experimenting. So I bought out the 50, the good old Nikon 50. This is a manual lens, so I don't have the luxury of seeing my aperture on screen, but I can I can set it on the lens right there, and it goes up to 1.8, which is brilliant. I haven't really. It's interesting. This is probably one of the best lenses that I have at the moment, but I haven't really tested it out. I haven't really brought it out simply, so I'm gonna do a test, and it probably won't be all that too glamorous. There's a bridge right here. There's a bridge right here, and then I'm gonna shoot the bridge, and with the 50, and then I'm gonna test it out. Now it is a APS MOS sensor, so I'm actually like at 80 something. Uh, so I may have to take a couple of steps back, which is no problem at all. And then yeah, let's see how it looks. Well, probably not all that glamorous, but um, hmm, I am curious if I can get probably another shot that could be very much worthy of print. I have no idea. Um, but let's see, forwards and onwards. Well, I just tried out my first long exposure. Or technically, first. One I think actually worked out. So I took 3 images. One at or rather it's long exposure. One at 2 seconds long, 2.5 seconds, and then one at 4. And of course, the aperture being at 22. Taking on this, of course, the manual lens. And I think there might be something useful, perhaps. Not print exactly, but one that's, you know, one that's cool to look at and whatnot. Probably worth their keeping. But anyway, so it is like well past 9:30, and I'm not exactly sure how long I can be out here until I should clock in. So I think I'm return. And yeah, today is quite an interesting day. I got rather interesting images with 2 lenses. The 17, I don't think I said it. The 17 to 50 Tamron at f2.8. Beautiful lens, beautiful. Probably my absolute favorite lens out of the kit. Sorry. And then the 50 as well. But the next video, I believe, shall be debuting the 17, or rather the 17 to 300, which is a rather good lens. So now, I'm gonna go for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you guys next time.